It would be like pointing finger at people, but I'm gonna say it. Those ones that feel like forced feminism are not kind of forced feminism. They're coming from a sort of insecurity and not having made peace with many things, including other women who come in different attitudes and different shapes and different strength. It's coming from the place of not really truly realizing the actual meaning of strength in femininity. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wrecked Souls with Shahrzad. Upon finishing, there's this quiet in my head. And there's, of course, also this voice that says, put away your fucking cell phone. Let me just talk about it because. Shit. Alright, the visitor's gone. Sky Beyond Storm. It feels like it has taken me forever to finish this, and that's because I started right after I had finished A Reaper at the Gates, but then I was like, I need time. Every single book in this quartet has been so action packed, and I just needed to read some other lighter stuff before moving into this last one. I rated it 5 stars, of course. In so many ways, it was very well crafted, perfected. Something I really feared, especially, getting into the last third, the definite death of some favorite characters because don't overthink this look in my eyes. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. You said the ocean's rising like I give a shit. And once I was, trying to communicate with other bookstagrammers, and I was like, I'm reading Sky Beyond Storm. And then she was like, oh my god, I cried my eyes out at that book. Bitch. I hate it when people spoil the feelings. Like,
I didn't ask you how you felt.
I kind of feared that due to the fact that the author has never shied away from the violence in her books, she was maybe even going to kill literally everyone. That wasn't the case. The ending was kind of even lighter than what I had expected ever since, the second and the third book. The favorite person that died wasn't whom I expected. I was really fighting to keep the tears at bay. Honestly, I preferred for them to leave and for Laia to die. Like, she messed up so much. Like, now that I think about it, I have heard so many really brutal critics about this character. Like, people have called her a coward, and it was like, oh, shut the fuck up. None of us would have survived one of the things she did. Everything she felt, everything she did was really valid. But there were times that I just wanted to punch her in the face. Stay to the right route. You're putting everyone in danger. Oh my god, I just did spoil. Or maybe I changed the sentence. Like, everything happened to them. I cannot change the sentence. Like, it's a spoiler alert. And I was really wrecked and was wondering how the author was going to recollect all these shattered pieces of me. Somehow she did. love. I did not love the ending. It was really bittersweet. I still feel this quiet inside of me after finishing this, and I'm happy that overally it was a really good book. It was a wonderful series, and I'm happy to have read that. And this is a feeling I perhaps don't always experience when I read books. I really don't know what to talk about. When it comes to books that I haven't really enjoyed, I am really creative when it comes to recording the video. On the other hand, Warner understands her. Warner, who only pretended that he wanted to use her powers for his own good. And the constant evil gleam in his eyes, Juliet observed, was the wrong bend of light, a mirage. But shooting pictures for my Instagram and stuff, I even have done cosplays for the books that have driven me mad. And yet, when it comes to books I love, there's nothing to say about them. Speaking of cosplays and other sort of arts, anything feels unjust to their perfection. And that is how I keep marketing the books I did not love that much and leave the stuff that I loved a secret. When I rated it on Goodreads, I scrolled down a bit. I wanted to know what other authors' opinion had been of this, and I glimpsed a couple of 2 stars and I was like, what the fuck? Maybe one day I will read those reviews and record a video on that, because how could you rate it anything beneath 4 stars? One of the all-time favorites. Yeah, especially when the war ended, I was like, I'm never gonna read this again. But as things were wrapped up, I was back to the thought I had during most of the book, and that was, I want to go through this once more, this time knowing all the secrets. Just trying to see the things untangle the way I can after finishing it. This is not going to happen really soon, but it would. In the meantime, I don't have anything to say, and I don't have the urge to go to my own second draft and work on it. I'm thinking I'm going to stay in this silence, this quiet place inside of me. I also don't want to read anything. I have planned some books to body read, and one of them is a Song of Achilles that I know is going to and the other is something so rubbish to compare with this beautiful series. So yeah, I'm going to drift. And maybe one day come back. Hopefully. Thank you for watching. I'm Shahrzad, and I hope I'll see you later on Shahrzad's Stories channel. Yeah, I too thought we were done, but we are not, because something really important came to my mind. I loved every single woman in this book, in this series, to be honest. Every single one of them. They came in all shapes, all personalities, all archetypes, and I love them all, for they were all strong, and there were no weird emphasis on them being necessarily physically strong, as some authors who are, well, famous for their female empowerment mottos can never shape this, because those are just really shallow. And this one, the strength in these women felt so real, because they were all valued for what they were, their very essence. I'm not saying that necessarily those other books are unreal and the author is trying to force something that even she doesn't believe in. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that this one came from a place of truth and peace. And I know I'm being a bit vague, but it's because I had quite a journey with the character of my own series, and uh, this came to me because I was thinking about her as well. To be honest, my own vision, my own view of the world has changed a lot through living with these character in my head. It would be like pointing finger at people, but I'm gonna say it. Those ones that feel like forced feminism are not kind of forced feminism. They're coming from sort of insecurity and not having made peace with many things, including other women who come in different attitudes and different shapes and different strength. It's coming from the place of not really truly realizing the actual meaning of strength in femininity. Yeah. This time, really, bye bye.